Hi, I'm Helen. This is Bastian. Today we have a 10 minutes neck and shoulder focused vinyasa for you. If you, like me, are tight in your shoulders, then I do recommend having a strap. If you don't have a strap, a towel, tea towel, or a little flannel will do. Anything that can bring your hands closer together. Let's go. So starting in a comfortable seated position, wherever that is for you, and on an inhale, floating your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, melting them back and down. One more of those. Inhale, float the shoulders up. Exhale, melt them back and down. And gently drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. And then turn your nose to your right shoulder. And drop your chin to your chest. And bring your left ear to your left shoulder. And turn your nose to your left shoulder. Roll your chin to your chest. And then bring your head back up to a neutral spine. Inhale, reach your arms up alongside your ears. Exhale, cactus the elbows. Inhale, twist the torso to the right. Exhale, all the way over to the left. Inhale, all the way over to the right. And exhale, all the way over to the left. Inhale, coming back up through to the center as you reach your arms back up alongside your ears. Exhale, bring the arms down. Inhale, float the shoulders back up. Exhale, melt them back and down. Come into a tabletop position. So just making sure wrists are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. Taking a cat-cow, so inhale to arch the spine, exhale to round the spine, and inhale to a neutral tabletop position. Coming into a puppy dog pose, so keep your hips where they are and just walk your hands away from you. And drawing your forehead down, your chest down. Maybe you rest your forehead on a block or the floor. You can also place a block underneath your chest if that's more comfortable. And if you want something more, maybe tense up onto your fingertips as if you're trying to hide two little delicious cupcakes underneath your hands, lifting the forearms off the floor. Big inhale, big exhale. And then walking your hands back in towards your body, taking a cat-cow here. Inhale to arch the spine, and exhale to round the spine. Inhale, coming back up to a neutral tabletop position. So sending your right leg out behind you and keeping it in line with your body. You can stay here if you want to. If you like, reach your left fingers out, your arms running alongside your ear, and imagine that someone's pulling your hand and your foot in opposite directions. Really lift up through the core. And then return the hand and the knee to the floor. To send the left leg out behind you. Extending your right arm if you want. Remember, that hand can stay on the floor if you prefer. And then coming back to a tabletop position. Step your hands out a little bit further beyond your shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Take a big inhale. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. And raising your right leg. And drawing your knee to your nose. And placing the foot on the floor in between your hands. Lowering the left knee. On an inhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Reach those arms up alongside your ears. And this time, interlace your fingers together behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and keep your hands in contact with the back of this left leg here as you lift the heart, maybe lift the gaze. You can keep the gaze forwards if you prefer. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift. Without snapping your fingers, release your interlace. Place your left hand on the floor on the inside of your right foot. Easy twist as you reach those right fingers up towards the ceiling, stacking that right shoulder on top of the left. Big inhale. Exhale, bringing that top hand down to frame your right foot. And step your right foot back to meet the left. Take a big inhale here from your plank pose. And on an exhale, lower yourself down. You can have the knees on the floor or up. Come all the way to the ground. On an inhale, small cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tap the floor with your nose as you push back through a tabletop. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. To raise your left leg. And drawing your knee to your nose, place the foot on the floor in between your hands. Anjaneyasana, low lunge, as you reach your arms up alongside your ears. Interlace your fingers behind your back. And if you want to, maybe take your non-dominant hand on top, basically the way that feels weird. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart. Maybe lift the gaze. So if lifting the gaze makes you kind of lose your balance a little bit, keep the gaze down, that's fine. But imagine that you're trying to touch your heart to the ceiling. Releasing your interlace, place your right hand on the floor on the inside of your left foot. Reaching those left fingers towards the ceiling, easy twist. And then bringing that top hand down. Step your left foot back to meet the right. You're in a plank pose. Big inhale here. And exhale, lower all the way down to the ground and stay here. So coming into our open wing stretch. So start by extending your left arm out to the side in the shape of half a T. Your gaze is over your right shoulder and your right hand is underneath your right shoulder. Use your right hand to gently roll your back over that left arm. And now be very mindful, very careful, really listen to this shoulder because this is quite a deep stretch. Stay here if you want to. If you like, this right foot can come behind the right knee, the left knee. And you can stay here if you want to. If you like, you can bend your left knee and bring the foot to the floor. And now both of your knees are pointing towards the ceiling, both feet flat on the floor. And if that's too much, just pull back a little bit. Finding somewhere that you can breathe. Big inhale. Exhale, rolling all the way back onto your belly, going slowly, mindfully. To go straight away on the other side. So extend the right arm out, left hand underneath your left shoulder, rolling your back over that right arm. And again, options, maybe placing the left foot on the floor and just staying here. Maybe you want to bend that right knee also and point both knees towards the ceiling. And just noticing as well how each side is slightly different. And then gently coming all the way back out. And staying on your belly, reaching your arms out in front of you. So keep your forehead on the floor. And imagine that you're holding a brick in between your hands. And gently lift both of your arms. So your forehead stays on the floor, but you've lifted your arms. And if you want to, you can lift your legs. If that feels okay on your lower back. And then lowering your arms and your legs. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, tucking your toes under. Tuck the pelvis under. Knees can be up or down. And gently push up to the top of plank. Big inhale. And on an exhale, bring the knees to the floor. And bring your bottom down to your heels. So coming to sit, I'm going to turn my back to you just so that you can see. And have your strap nearby. And in fact, place it over your left shoulder. So reach your left arm up, bend the elbow and place the hand here. Bring the right arm underneath, but we're not going to stay yet. And then just switch the arms out. And then switch the arms out. And then switch the arms out. And then one last time. So we've finished with our left arm up, right arm underneath. And now grab a hold of that strap or towel or whatever it is that you've got. Try and keep this left arm up alongside your ear, your elbow pointing towards the ceiling. Notice if your lower rib has flared, see if you can tuck that in. And just breathe. And then releasing the strap, releasing the arms, roll the shoulders if that feels nice, backwards, forwards. And then switch your strap over to your right shoulder. I'm going to do the same little flossing. So start with your right arm up, left arm underneath, and switch it out. And switch it out. Switch it out. And switch it out. So ending with this right arm up, holding onto your strap, pointing that right elbow towards the ceiling, tucking that lower rib in if it's flared, and release. So moving your strap over to one side, and just again rolling the shoulders back a couple times, forwards a couple of times, if that feels good. And then hug your shoulders up towards your ears. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And melt them down. Big inhale. Big exhale. Alright, so thank you so much. I hope that your neck and your shoulders are feeling a bit more open, a bit looser. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like this video, share it with your friends. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever it is that you're up to. See you soon. Bye from me and from Bastian. Take care.